Hi, I'm Mandy. Welcome to Mandy's Budgeting Journey, where every dime counts. Today's video is a little bit different. We're going to be talking about a word that's not really talked about. Some may say it's scary to talk about. Some may say that we shouldn't be talking about it. Some may say, no, you should be ashamed to talk about it. I'm no longer going to be those things. I'm no longer going to be scared. I'm no longer going to be ashamed about talking about this word. If you're still here, don't run. Don't say, oh no, she's going to say it. Let's go. Womp, womp, womp. Don't do that. The word I'm talking about is budget. So, depending on where you live at, how you was raised, it can be a taboo word, budget. We're not supposed to talk about it. But here on my channel, I do show how I use my envelopes to saving challenges and stuff, my sinking funds. I've kind of slacked on doing my budget with you guys and talking through it, but we're going to start doing it more and more on this channel. So let's get to it. Let me move that away. We don't need cash today. So let's get into this. Let me flip to it. I first thought about using my sheets that I have available in my Etsy shop. But for this first one, in the wall, I said, no, let's keep it simple. So, bye-bye sheets. Today is not a good day for my voice for some reason. Woke up and my allergies are irritating me. So we're just going to use a plain paper. And you don't have to have a fancy notebook to do yours, but this is what I'm going to use. Okay, so my income I do get paid every 2 weeks, so my income for this one is $1,061 and 73 cents. That's the amount we're going to be working with. Okay, so this amount to some may be more or less than what they make, and that's okay. We're all in different stages of our lives, and we have to make do with what we got. So here we go. We're going to work on our bills first. So I have our bed payment, paying off our beds that we purchased when we moved in with Mom for the girls. My normal payment is $50, but because I have extra in my debt folder, we're going to pay $100, because I think in August we have a year to pay it off, and then August the interest hits it. So I'm trying to get this paid off before the interest hit. I may not be able to do it, but we're going to try the hardest. Next is my subscription to Apple, and it's $11. That is for the extra storage. Netflix. No, we have the ad plan, and that's $8. Utilities. We think this is what it's going to be every month, but we're not too sure. It's actually $218, but I round up because that way my change can go towards my cushion and my bill account. YouTube. This is YouTube membership. That's $10. This one is two of my friends. I only have 3 and they're not very much cost. But if something happens with something major happens, Netflix is going to go and these subscriptions will go. Prime. And this one is for our personal account. Now I also have I started a Prime account for my Etsy items. So you'll be seeing that next month. But that comes out of my Etsy pay. And then YouTube. Another YouTube membership. And that's $2. So altogether on my YouTube memberships that I have, it's like $14 altogether. But the other one doesn't come off until the middle of the month, until the end of the month. This is all the bills that I have from now until my next payday. Now you may not see a lot of bills like everyone has in my budget. And that's because we're living with family right now. Because when Mom was going through her treatments, we moved in to help out. And I think that even though we still own the other place, it doesn't have no mortgage or anything because it was gifted to it. Not gifted, but it was inherited to my husband. I think we're staying in this area. We had been talking that we may, later on, when Olive gets in college and gets through school, that we may move. But that's a couple years down the road. So let's add these up. So 100, 11. Let me do it this way. I feel awkward doing that. 11 and 8. So 8's next. 219. 10. 8 and 2. Okay. So $358 is how much our bills totals this time. I'm going to put B for a budget up here and then actual over here. We'll come back to this because we already had some payments already deducted from the account. Next, let's talk about our expenditures. Expenses. Let's try to think of a word to put here. Okay. Expenses. We have our food. Now, we include eating out in this category. We're going to say this time $300. Me and my parents, what we do is 1 week they'll pay for groceries and 1 week we will pay for groceries. So 200 of this goes to our grocery budget, and it feeds 7. There's 7 total in this household. No. Yeah, 7. I had to make sure. So technically, once I send that to her for groceries, it's about $100 left for eating out, whatever else we want. Next is gas. We're going to plan on $150 for the next 2 weeks. And then church, we're going to say 20. And trip. Me and hubby is leaving out today. Today's Friday. You won't see this till Monday. And we're going on an anniversary trip because our anniversary was yesterday. And so I wanted to have a little bit of money just for spending on that trip. So I budgeted $117. What we don't use in this, I'm going to put into either a savings binder or sinking fund. Okay. So let's add this up. Make sure you can see it. 300, 150, 117, 587. Okay. And this is gonna be our savings. Okay. We have the extra, which is like when I finish a challenge, I pull from hit. We're going to add 30 just to have it in my little pouch that we call my petty cash. So budget. And I'm sorry if you hear the news playing. Hubby's watching it. Extra, and we have our sinking funds video. We're gonna do 40. And our savings challenge video, we're gonna do 30. And $1 Tuesdays, and we are doing 20. Oh, okay. So let's add this up. And then we have our cushion, which is what's left over, and our after everything comes out. So let's add this up. 30, 40, 30, 20, $120. Okay. So I forgot to go back here and to track the totals here. So let's take $1,061.73 minus $358. And that leaves you with $703.73. So we're going to minus $587. That leaves us with 100. I've done something wrong here. Because I should have 120.73. Let me make sure I added this up right. 120. So this needs to be 100. Okay. I will just make this 14. And let's see if that fixes it. Thank goodness for recipients. Okay. So I had $3 too much there. So let's make the new total here. Yeah, it's 584. Okay, so now let's do this. Take the 173 minus 358, 703, 98. How's that 90? Oh, 73. It's like, how's that 98 when I didn't have no check? Oh, okay, so I'm not fully woke up yet. So minus 584. Okay, let's make it 113. I had done some adjustments to it, but apparently I didn't do it right. So make that a 3. Life is laughing this morning. $703, 73 minus 583 equals. There we go. So left is 120.73. Okay. So when we subtract this from the 120, that leaves us with 73 cents, and that is going into our cushion. Now once everything comes through, this will change. It might be a couple dollars, it may be just a few cents, depending on how everything goes. So let's add the totals just to make sure we have it correct. Yes, 1,061 cents. $1,061.73. We have it right. Okay, so let's go to the next page. Oh, wait a minute. Let's go back. I'm skipping ahead. So 2 of these bills has already came through. and that is our bed. So we're going to put actual was 100. Our utilities was $218.77. I'm going to pull this out for just a minute. So this is going to be our expense tracker. So expenses trackers. I'm doing this old school, you all. Let's go back to the days when you had the check register. Who remembers those days? Does anyone still have one? Actually, I think I do somewhere. Do you still use those little check registers you used to get when you buy your checks? Does anyone still have checks? I do, because I use them for when I withdraw money from the bank account. Old school. Okay. So, there's different ways you can do this. You can just write your expenses down. Another way is to write your balance on your account. Your account or cash amount. And then track it. But I did mine a little bit different. I take the income amount and use hit. Now when I see that I'm getting low, then I will budget in money for my cushion if needed. Because I don't want to count the money in my cushion, because that is like a backup kind of deal. Okay? So we're going to put today's date, which is the 22nd. And we're going to put W2, and it's going to be income. Oh, I need to put date. Transaction, I was going to put trends. Category. And let's put amount. And let's put balance. Now this is the balance from the income. So we're going to put plus, because we're adding it to $1,061.73. And that makes for my balance $1,061.73. Okay. On today's date, we had 2 bills, so we're going to do in. We're going to put beds. And we're going to put debt, because what in my category stuff, like that's why I have it at. And we're going to put a minus, because we're taking away $100. That leaves me with $961.73. And also today we're going to put utilities. That's the category name, so I'm not going to put anything here. And we're going to put minus 200. And $18 and what was it, 77? Yeah, 77 cents. So let's take out 200. That leaves us with $740.75. $22.96. This is what I have left for 2 weeks after these bills. And that's for all the bills that's left to be paid, expenses, and what I'm going to pull. Oh, let's go ahead and write today's date because it's already been done. Withdrawal, sinking funds. I'll just say savings because it's together. Savings, because it's this. And that's $120. So $742.96 minus 120. Okay, so $622.96. Now, if something happens where I have to use this money from my binders, then what I'll do is I'll make, say, deposit, savings, and put the amount in here. That way I know if I had to pull something for, like, if car maintenance or something like that happens. So, in reality, we have $622.96 for the rest of this. Seeing, no, this is where we're going to have our little talk. Seeing this number drop very quickly makes me nervous. Me and one of my budgeting friends was talking last night that it seems that I've, from the past, I still get anxiety about money because when things are going good, it seems like when I'm finally getting ahead, sometimes it seems like something happens and it knocks me back down to ground zero, which is okay because it's part of budgeting. That's what we save for, but it still makes me have those emotions, even though I know that if I had to, I would pull every one of these binders and put towards something if it was a dire need. But the anxiety is still there. It still makes me nervous. And two, it makes me nervous when this balance gets close to 100 and there's a few days between when I get paid again. I get nervous. But then I have to remind myself, okay, it's okay. You have these here. You have your savings. You have your savings. I have a savings. I have these to back me up. It's like a re-mindset every time this gets low. And sometimes I will pull, but I always pay it back from savings just to make that number go up to like 200 to make me feel better. But I don't touch it unless it's absolute. It's like a comfort thing. But I always put it back into the account. Do you guys have those type of feelings about budgeting? Is that the reason why you haven't started? Are you afraid to look at it? Afraid that the realization is that you're living among your means? That's what the technical word is. To me, it's all about choices. A lot of people say, oh, you shouldn't eat out. It's not that you shouldn't eat out. It's your choices that you make when you're hungry and you're out and about. It's a difference between buying a steak from Texas Roadhouse for $20 versus a $5 meal. Well, we'll say about $8 now from McDonald's. There's a big gap there. And if we're going to pay for a family, it's 20. Well, honestly, when we go to McDonald's, it's about $20 for 4 of us because we use the McD's app. So $20 versus $80. That's what it would be if we went to a Texas Roadhouse. It's a local restaurant. So it's all about choices. If you want to go hang out with a friend and you're trying to get this budget, you don't have to go to a fancy restaurant. You can go anywhere. The important thing is that you're spending time together. So again, is it going to be like $2 coffee from McDonald's or $15 coffee from Starbucks? Okay, it's all about choices. When you're in a low income situation, or if you're in a fixed income, I say word fixed. Fixed fits everybody. Because even though you may make thousands of dollars a month, your bills may take up 80% of your income, and you got a tight gap to you for 2 weeks or a month, wherever you get paid. So I'm going to use the word fixed income. It's all about choices until we get some things either just canceled or lowered down. And once I get any debt that you have down, then it gives you a little bit of giveaway to put more into savings, to put more into going out to those bigger places. And I'm not saying start a sinking fund for it either. You can do that. I see several people in this community doing date night, girls' night out, a folder for the word fun. That's a good one. As long as you have the money somewhere for it, it's okay. But just keep in mind, when you're in a situation where everything's so tight and you don't really have a good the wiggle room, keeping up with the Joneses is not always the best thing to do. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not. I'm just talking from my experiences. I've been there. Where only had like $50 for 2 weeks, and I hadn't even bought groceries yet. I've been there. Worrying about when the next meal's coming from. I've been there. There's hope for you. It's just that we need to do the process. Let's talk about our budgets. Let's say, okay, I need help. I need someone just to show me their process, so help me maybe my process. Now, I understand there's a few things that you may not want everybody to know about. Everybody's budget is their personal budget. But let's get away from that taboo word that everybody says you shouldn't talk about it. This is not Fight Club. They say what happens in Fight Club doesn't. You're not supposed to talk about it. is not Fight Club. This is us going through our journey, getting things took care of, getting these built up, and taking it not a week at a time, not a month at a time, one day at a time. Because our choices today affects what tomorrow brings. Oh wow. I don't know where that came from, but okay. Okay. So I know this is a long one. Thank you if you're still here. If you want and I thank you for listening to me during this. I just felt this was needed. I just felt we needed to have a heart-to-heart over budgets. If I do want to ask you one question, tell me down below, what are some things that you have in your budget tracker, your budget book, what you use for your budget that helps you keep track? Is it expense trackers, the weekly or bi-weekly paycheck breakdowns? Is it debt tracker? Let me know down below. Because we may be working on something secret. We'll just say that. But that's not the reason I'm done this video though. I'm just trying to see what are the most common items are used in the budget. And let's keep it simple. Yes, I said it. Keep it simple. This book, it's a good book. Honestly, it is. And honestly, do we need every single thing in this book? Do we need it? No. We don't need everything in here. We don't need... This is that. It's back in the back, front. We don't need all this. It's nice to have all this. It is. But, that's the reason why I quit using this thing. It's because it's out there. This gets on my nerves. But not that she would listen to this book, but, not that she would listen. Come on. She doesn't really. But if you're listening, the budget mom, I like the idea of changing out covers, but can you give the ones that get fed up with this right here an option not to have one that's replaceable? I mean, we'll figure out another way to keep it. I mean, really touching it. Just saying. But, yeah, so keeping it simple. That's all we need. Okay guys, I kept you long enough. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And I hope to see you in tomorrow's video, which is $1 Tuesdays, where we do a little bit of the fun stuff. This is more of a serious thing, but we also do the fun stuff too. If you're new here, take a look around, and I hope you consider coming one of my budgeting family here. For those who are returning, those who are members, love you all. Couldn't do this journey without you. And remember, every dime counts, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.